Trump's doing whatever he can to pull away from Epstein. So what's the latest one? He's taking all the portraits of previous presidents and putting them in the stairwell. You think that that was just by happenstance? Let me tell you how smooth this guy is. Hi, I'm Darren Monroe. I used to work on Kamala Harris's campaign. I was one of the member of the engagement team. I had 30 years marketing branding experience. I used to work for Universal DreamWorks, MCA. Here in Chicago, I did the marketing for Jay-Z, Eminem, Limp Bizkit, Nelly Furtado, The Roots. I used to work for iHeartMedia, and now these days, I'm teaching people branding and marketing, but I'm also showing them how to move from chaos to clarity in a very short amount of time. You can learn about that in the description of this video, as well as learn about that by going to the homepage of this channel. In other words, join my clarity group because you will feel 1,000% better. Let's get into the details here. So here's the thing that's happening right now. And I thought that was really interesting that this back and forth thing is going on with all the latest stuff he's trying to do. I'm going to come after D.C. and take over Washington, D.C. I'm going to move these paintings to the back end of the stairwell. I'm selling hats in the White House that say Trump 2028. It's the same shit. Stop falling for stupid shit. Stick on Epstein. Stick on what they voted for in the big, beautiful BS bill. Stick on the gerrymandering that's happening because they're trying to disenfranchise black and brown people's votes nationwide. You stick on that, we will continue to know what they're doing, stay abreast, and people will stay on top of Congress. They'll stay supporting ACLU, indivisible.org, and they will continue to stay supporting the state Congress and giving money to them and helping them make this fight, whether it be Texas or anywhere else. And we'll also stay on top of the Supreme Court. Look at my last 10 videos. Look at my last 10 videos here on YouTube. One of which I talk about the Supreme Court's goal to disenfranchise the black vote in the South. And I also talk in one video about how we can end the GOP once and for all if the Democrats have the courage to do so. I want to just, after this, binge watch my last content. I'm trying to tell you right now what the heck is going on. It is a game that they are playing to move the narrative. I teach this in my clarity group every Tuesday, narrative warfare. He's been doing it since the very beginning. Trump, what he does, and he does this very well, is he moves the narrative so you get away from things. It wasn't just Epstein, it was the big, beautiful bill. It was some silly stuff that he did that failed. In other words, whatever he can do that he doesn't want you to see, he'll do some outrageous shit to pull you off, to pull you away. So now the media and the left alarmists and the left creators out there say, oh, did you hear what Trump did? He put the pictures in the stairwell. Who gives a fuck? I don't care if they put it in the toilet, in the basement, in the attic. Do you think we give a fuck about that? No. I don't care if he had Obama's picture with Michelle on it and he just took a piss on it every day. I don't care. Neither should you. Who cares? Who cares whether he's selling 28 in the White House? Who cares? Who cares if he wants to put nukes on the White House to launch off and walks around on the roof? Do you realize all of that bullshit is designed to pull you away from the files of Epstein and what's really going on, because he's protecting a whole society of people in that Epstein movement. Epstein was just this little bitty tiny bit. There was a big movement that happens right now that he's protecting, including his sons. Do you know his sons are involved in this, right? I'm talking about the Epstein Society. That did not go away. It didn't go away. I'm doing a report today, literally after this very video. I'm doing 2 reports in my clarity group. One is an update on the 2024 election math, not adding the 8 different types of investigations on Donald Trump, and the Epstein Society. There's a society. It ain't about the father, it's about the society. There is a legal gray area and black market that's going on with sex trafficking, with guns, with drugs, and with money laundering. And it's happening at this very second. They're in the private planes in the sky, they're in the private boats, and there's a society that exists, not just among billionaires, not just among Silicon Valley, Hollywood, Wall Street, and DC. No, motherfucker. It is way deeper than that. Way deeper than that. Let me tell you how deep it was. I want to take you back to Epstein files just for a second, and I want you to think about this. What Epstein was doing was getting these young girls, but he wasn't bringing them in, like tricking them, like, come here and have some candy, little girl, and would bring them in his place. No, they came to make some money massaging this guy. And they thought it was a regular massage. But who brought them there? Who brought them there? That's the part you got to pay attention to, because people miss it. Yes, they're victims. Yes, I'm not trying to de-victimize them. They're victims, it's horrible. But who brought them there? Let me tell you, he's an evil genius. May he rest in peace. Epstein. He's an evil genius. He is not a stupid man. Let me break down what he did. This man, of hundreds of girls he's done this to, he had an affiliate, listen to me, an affiliate referral model. I'm a businessman, 30 years marketing branding, y'all. He had a referral model. Now think about that. You mean tell me not one of them parents knew that? You mean tell me, obviously the kids knew, and hey, they were wrong for doing that. They were wrong for doing it themselves, but they were victims because they're children, and he's an adult, and he shouldn't have been doing it. Hands down, no argument. But I want you to understand what this means when I say that, and I'm going to cover this in my Epstein file report today. Do you realize in that model, he was able to get a grooming society that is right in your face, that exists in your neighborhood, my neighborhood, and everybody's neighborhood around the world, to be culpable, to be okay with this, and let it happen. And he was not alone. It's like what they say about finding a bug or a roach or something. They have friends. There's a society. Bill Cosby, not alone. R. Kelly, not alone. Diddy, shh. A lot of people you see who are famous on TV was sweating when that boy was in court, okay? Not alone. Hugh Hefner, I hate to say it because he was one of my entrepreneurial models, because I grew up in Chicago. How could you not know Hugh Hefner from Chicago? Playboy. Not alone. There is a society. But if you're too busy worrying about what stairwell Obama's picture is in with the other presidents, or if you're too busy worrying about 2028 hats, he's been gaming people from go for the last 28 weeks with this. Every time there's a major thing that comes up, he's going to try to put as many other things out there. And it's not just Epstein files. It's whatever he wants. He don't want you to see that the Supreme Court is reviewing a case that could do redistricting of states across the nation and disenfranchise 100 million black and brown people combined. He doesn't want that. He'd rather you worry about what fucking stairwell you put the picture in. So stay off of that. Stay on this. Share my video, please. Those of you who are new, have I earned your subscription? Get on my subscription here on YouTube and definitely look at my last 10, 20 videos. You binge watch them. Look at my list, my playlist. Listen, ain't nobody talking about this like this. And most certainly in my description and in my channel homepage, sign up for my clarity group, because you ain't gonna find nobody else like that telling you the truth like this. Facts. Facts. And I want all of you to understand something incredibly important right now. He's going to continue to try to do this 128 plus times. Now, why am I saying 128? Because we have 40 plus months of this fool, about 41 months, all right? 40 months. In each month, there are 4 weeks. You following me? In fact, it's horrible. Here's the thing. Each one, so there's 4 weeks in 40 months. How many times is that? Let's do some math, because it's actually more than 128 now that I think about it. Shit. Here's the thing. 4 times 40 is 160, right? I think what I did is I pulled out like the last maybe 3 or 4 months as we go down to 2028. But the point is that if you count the whole term, we're talking about 4 times 140, 160. Each one of those weeks at the beginning on Sunday through Monday or Friday to Saturday, they bring up some drama. Don't you think it's interesting? It's Sunday right now, and they brought up some drama about him and some presidents' pictures. We got people losing their motherfucking benefits due to the big, beautiful BS. We got 100 million black and brown people getting ready to lose their vote, possibly through Supreme Court. And you got Texas fighting for gerrymandering right now. That's the beginning of the war. And they talking about they want to arrest people who hadn't done anything, who decide just to run to another state. Well, it feels like another country, getting your ass out of Texas for all this crazy stuff they're doing. And then you have a scenario right now where you have a president who has done all this silly stuff to pull you over to the side, away from Epstein, away from the bill, away from Supreme Court rulings, away from gerrymandering, away from the big, beautiful BS, taking everybody's rights, taking everybody's benefits, privatizing Fannie Mae, Fannie Mac, messing around with crypto and 401k. This is a recipe for economic disaster, freedom disaster, benefits disaster. And at the same time, you got people on the left, both the creators and the legacy media, doing the same thing, talking about where he put pictures. I don't care if he pissed on them pictures, and neither should you. We need to keep focused. This guy is a master statistician at this. With 40 months to go, times 4 weeks per month, that's 160 weeks out of 160 plus weeks. Really, it's like 170 weeks. He's going to 2 times, at the very least a week, come in with new stuff. So I undercounted. I said 128. I'm talking about more like 340 times he's going to try this. Probably more. Probably that 340 probably looks easily like 400 more times. Easily. Because look at how many he tried to throw you off with Epstein. Oh, I'm going to release the MLK files. I'm going to go after Obama. I'm going to go after Hillary. I'm going to go after Kamala Harris. I'm going to go after... You get it now? This is why you need to be in my group. You need to get it now. You need to understand. This is about you clearly grasping the narrative and getting away from the left alarmists. Only reason I watch the left alarmists is to respond to the stuff they're doing so people don't get confused on this. Because at one point I did a colonic, let them all go, and then I still had people coming back saying, well, damn, what about, let me debunk this. We don't care about where he put the pictures in the stairwell. When people are going to die from losing their benefits, when people are going to lose their vote. By the way, people have died to fight for that vote. A whole lot of black people, Medgar Evers, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, died for their vote. Those 3 students who were registering people to vote, look at the movie Mississippi Burning with Gene Hackman and William Dafoe. People have died. And sure enough, we worried about what he puts in the stairwell or what kind of hat he sells? No. Fuck that. We need to stay focused. Please stay focused. Look at my last 10 videos. Please. Look at my playlist. Please. If I've earned your subscription, I believe I have. Please share with others this video. And then the last thing is, when you get in my clarity group, really, you'll feel 1,000% better. This is all about you being able to get help, get real stuff, because we're real people and you matter. I love y'all. God bless you. God bless America. God bless our people. The fight continues on. All of us together as a coalition of people against a wannabe dictator. Not a dictator, but a wannabe dictator. And he's tyranny with a time clock. And that motherfucker's time's running out.